I came to a point in my life where it was a very low point in my life. I needed a reset button. So as you can tell, I just woke up. This is a very spontaneous video. I usually plan ahead. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Natalie. If you're new, 1,000 subscribers is such a huge milestone. I know for some people it's like whatever. I want to thank all of you for watching my channel. Like over 1,000 people are interested in what I have to say, what I'm talking about, and also their lives being impacted. Transformation from watching my channel. It's so early. I don't even know. I think it's like 7:30. What is this hair? This hair is how I look like when I wake up. Let me at least look somewhat presentable. I'm incredibly grateful. Thank you so much. I just want to go over a few things. Why it has grown to over 1,000 subscribers in 7 months. That's wild. Anything is possible as long as you continue to provide value, because the marketplace pays for value, and the more value you put out over time, you're gonna be rewarded for that. And I'm sorry for the light. Like, this is crazy. As far as my story, and I'll keep it very short, I didn't see obviously the benefit of growing on YouTube, and I recently started taking it seriously about 10 months ago. I came to a point in my life where it was a very low point in my life, and I needed a reset button. I needed just a complete change in my life. The route that I was going, I wasn't very happy with, I wasn't very fulfilled with, and I needed to make a change. At the time I was living in Miami, and I just left, like very spontaneously. So I am a spontaneous person, but it has to make sense. About a year ago, I left Miami. I lived there for 3 years. It wasn't really a long-term goal of mine to stay there, but I went to San Antonio, and I just needed a reset. I needed a self-discovery. I needed to get back to me again. I felt like I was chasing after money a lot. I felt like I was chasing after what society told me I should do, and it wasn't very fulfilling, at least for not in my case. It was just nothing. I don't know, I just didn't feel like I was going after something I really wanted to do. And so with that being said, I had to take 10 months literally to myself. I needed time to love on me. I needed time. I didn't even know what I needed, really, honestly. I was like, yo, I gotta go, peace, and I gotta take full responsibility for this. I need to get out. I just need to like leave. When you're living on your own, you're spending a lot of time with your own, but you realize that you are so magnificent as a human being when you're asking yourself questions. When I first made tons of money, when I lived in Miami, I wanted more of it. But I was being blinded of what my real gift was and what I could do with that particular gift to grow it. I gotta tell you, I've done sales for a very long time, and I don't like it. I don't like sales. And it was a very hard realization for me, but I didn't like it. And it was just sad because, and I know sales is important, don't get me wrong, like, you need to learn sales. I'm not saying that I regret all of that. I am so grateful that I learned sales and learning how to communicate with others and learning how to deal with people. I learned all of that, and I made a lot of money with it. That was not me. But if you have to provide for your family, if you have to move ahead in life, if you want to live the life you want, you have to make a lot of money, whatever that is for you. I had to find satisfaction with what I was doing, which was great. But the fuel, I had to like light that thing up every single day. And it's okay for some people to do that, but it was just not leading me to where I wanted to go. It was leading me to where someone else's version of success told me to pursue. So I just had to take a reset pause. I literally turned off all my social media. Well, I kind of deleted the apps of my social media accounts, because social media does tend to blind you and block you from what you could potentially see in yourself and what you could provide for the world. I feel like social media, if you're not smart with it, can really bring you down. So that's what it did for me. I was just, anyways, that's another conversation for another time. But I asked myself, Natalie, what could you do that brings you so much joy and that you're okay of not making money now. You are in a good financial situation. You're in a good place to really think about this because you worked hard to get yourself in this place. Now, what is it that you truly see yourself doing for a long time, that you don't even have to think about it, that you're okay of not making money now, but you know it brings so much fulfillment in you, and the more you provide this, whatever it is, you will get compensated for, you will get rewarded for it. And I'm like, I've always loved video. Since I was 13 years old, I would be in my room like I am today with you, and I would just produce, like, it's crazy. I would make like music videos out of nothing. I would make my friends to join me to do these things. And I would make like commercials. I would make like TV shows in my room. I'm 13 years old, 14, 15. And I won many competitions before going to college. I went to the Art Institute of Atlanta. Like, I did all these things because I just loved it. And obviously I made money with it. And I also had to ask myself, well, if you love video, how can you make money? Like, how can you profit from it? How can you be an innovator and combine the two, marry the two, video and sales? Because clearly those are the two skills that you know. That is a great question. And I feel like in life, you are exactly where you need to be. There was many times where I was extremely hard on myself, like to a point that it was so hard. And I was my own critic. But there's a purpose as to where you are today, to reinvent yourself, to recreate yourself, to be a brand new person again. Everything that you learned in the past, create something with that. So as much as I was beating myself up, I know that I don't regret what I've done, because learning sales is a way of life. Learning how to do sales is how you will become successful, because you are a person, clearly. You deal with people on a day-to-day basis, whether it's at your job, whether it's at home. Like, do you not want a successful marriage? And if you don't, there's some hinderings inside of you that needs to be dealt with, to be out, get rid of it, so you can have that harmonious marriage that you didn't even know that you truly wanted. So it's just all this like investing into yourself, getting rid of ego, all this junk within you to really see the possibilities of the world and what you could be doing. This light is so horrible. I am so sorry. I hope this video is bringing so much value to you. Oh my gosh. That hurts my eyes. I highly recommend Sunny Lernaducy, Sean Cannell, which is from Think Media, Graham Stephan, get his course, and Ali, I can't say his last name, one of my top favorites so far. It's so important to stick to the basics when you are building something. Come in with your flow, come in with your personality, come in with your expertise, your story, and you're just gonna create something extremely dynamic. So I promote it on social media like Facebook, sometimes TikTok. I'm looking to do something with that. Instagram, so you can find me on there as well. On Twitter, and even on LinkedIn. I have a huge following on LinkedIn. Do whatever you can with what you have. Man, this is good. Don't feel like you need all the fancy equipment in the world. No, this is not fancy at all. With the sunlight that's not on my side this morning, because I decided to do this very spontaneously and grow from there. Sarah Blakely says, start small, scale big. Engage with people on YouTube. Like, I would go on other people's YouTube platforms based on my niche, and I would comment, see what they're saying, the kind of questions that they're asking. I would create a video on that. I would say, I really like that input. I would just engage with them. Keyword research, I'm pretty sure you heard that many times. I would look at the titles on YouTube, just type in what it is that the kind of questions that people are asking based on my niche, and I would create a video on that. And even sometimes reinvent myself, reinvent a video that's never been done. Like, for example, when I talk about Grant Cardone, people seem to really love that. And I get questions like, how was it for you? Like, that's crazy. Like, people just, their minds just explode when I tell them that I used to work for Grant Cardone, or the kind of questions that I would get on, you know, in my comments on my videos. And I keep myself very organized. I really owe it to Sunny Lernaducy for keeping me so incredibly organized. Every time I have an idea, I put it in my spreadsheet. Every time you have an idea, write it in your spreadsheet. Sarah Blakely says, when you have an idea, this could be $1 million idea, this could be $1 billion idea, you never know. Your idea, write it down. I don't care what you think about it, write it down. You know, have your mind just wander. I feel like when I wander, sometimes it's like when I'm sleeping and I'm like, yo, I'm trying to sleep, but all these ideas are coming up. So I have ideas that will last me for 3 years when creating content on YouTube, because I keep myself organized. I keep it in a spreadsheet. So important to have accountability of people who believe in what you do. So for example, my husband, my boyfriend, he supports me. He's more of a numbers guy. So he looks at my analytics, you know, he's the one that helps me out with that, because your analytics will help you grow. And I also have an amazing, incredible brother-in-law. He does my thumbnails, some of the thumbnails, but majority of them. Recently started doing that when I just launched this new podcast series with Chris Tran. He started doing my thumbnails. I'm the kind of person that likes to be in control of everything and likes to do everything her way. So it was good for me as a leader to outsource that and just let others shine and do better than you. Recently, I just hired an amazing, incredible editor. I see him go so very far. I highly recommend you contacting him. I will put his information down below. Amazing video editor. He recently just did a test video for me on my video called how to stop being so hard on yourself. For me, like, I love editing. I know my style, but I also have to allow people to be better than me, get over myself, and actually let others shine, because editing can take a very long time, even though I like it. But at the same time, it's like, okay, we're thinking big, we're thinking long term. I'm also seeing what other YouTubers are doing, and clearly I want more time for myself and I want others to shine. All these leadership things. Now, I don't have a big team, but I'm starting small and I'm scaling big, and I suggest you do the same on what it is that you're building. Really take a great look at yourself and figure out what it is that you're really good at. Go from there, start small, scale big, because the more value you put out into the marketplace, naturally the laws of the universe are going to reward you for the amount of value that you put out. I know my channel is very small comparing to some people. There's a lot of free content on YouTube, and it's only a matter of time for you to start applying it and actually seeing results in your life. So don't look at YouTube as a entertainment platform. What can you do today to make money from it? I know, like a couple of weeks ago or a week ago, my mentor said, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Instagram, if you're on YouTube and you're not profiting from it, but you know your goal is to, you shouldn't be on there. Do what you love. What are you good at? What can you do today that you don't even care that you don't get money from it, even if it's just like a couple of hours or several hours a week? What can you start growing on the side that is something so worthwhile for you? Build that. You're gonna think back on this video and be like, wow, she was right. And also, if you want more in detail as far as how I really grew the channel from having 8 subscribers to over 1,000 in 7 months, let me know in the comments and I will for sure be more in detail with that. I know Vanya is probably going to comment on this. Stay plugged into my channel. Thank you again for watching this whole thing. And if you're new here, I want to welcome you and I want to thank you again for taking the time to watch. If you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a like and also subscribe, sharing it with your friends who happen to be in the same journey or just want to do more in life and doesn't really know where to go. Send them this video. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I want to thank my boyfriend for being the huge supporter in my life, even my mom, my stepdad, like my friends, Jennifer, I love you, and Kevin, Jacqueline, and all you guys.